adventures await. I'm Paul, and today, as you can see, we are installing new Libra 5000 jacks under our 2006 Sandpiper 315 BHT. It's a 35-foot fifth wheel. Now the reason we're doing this is because we took our fifth wheel out for the first time a few weeks ago, and all it has is one jack on the very back corner near the bunk beds and the two landing gear that are in the front. So not knowing how it was really going to react to movement and people coming in and out, we didn't really do any type of upgrade. So after our first 2-night trip, we realized, okay, this is not gonna work. We gotta get some stabilization under this RV. So after coming back home, I thought, all right, I'm gonna start researching and see who's got good jacks and what will suffice for our 10 or 11,000 pound rig. So after doing a lot of research, I found out Libra, which is a fairly decent and popular brand apparently, was worth the try. So after looking at eBay and Amazon and looking at generic jacks and generic jacks that twist, and they say you're not supposed to use a power tool to crank them up or down, I decided to go with Libra. I also only decided to go with, as you can see, the Libra 5000s. The reason I did that, if they're only gonna lift 5,000 pounds in front of the axles and behind the axles, 4 of those, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, are gonna be more than sufficient for what we need for this rig. I was gonna do the 7500s, but thought that might be overkill, so I figured the 4 5,000 pound ones would probably work. And what you'll see in this video and what I like is because it comes with special nuts you can actually put on an impact or put on a drill and actually jack these things up and down. Now, these aren't used for jacking the trailer up to leveling it. This is after you get it level to put a little pressure under it. That way it stabilizes everything and it keeps from so much movement happening. So let's jump right in. Let's get to this. I'll explain some of the things that I was able to have to work around and some of the easy areas that I was gonna do that some people might run into with your sewer lines, your gray water tank, and propane lines and such. All right, let's get right to it. They give you this template, which is really, really nice. Let me see if I can get it. It's gonna say it backwards. It's basically it says that it needs to match your installation bracket for the 5,000 pound jacks. I already matched this up on ours. It does match, so this is super convenient, so you don't have to sit there and take the bracket off of the top of the jack and match it up underneath and then reattach it. So these were super convenient. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and put this up right behind the RV trailer wheels, and I'll get a measurement for you guys so that you know how far I mounted it back. I'm basically trying to put it closer to the rear wheels than I am the back of the RV, because that's where we need the support to keep the stability the best. And don't forget your safety glasses, because you don't want a piece of metal somehow dropping down and getting into your eye and permanently damaging something. So the first one's installed. Note to self, when you guys are installing these, and I'll mention it again, they give you 8 bolts total for your 2-pack of jacks. So you can't put more than 4 bolts per jack, 4 lag screws per jack. So 2 for each side preferably. I went with this one and that one, and the same for this side, that one and that one. That's what fit my frame well the best. You could do different configurations for different size I-beams. I probably couldn't do the ones in the middle because that's where my I-beam comes down, so it wouldn't be able to go all the way through it. And these 2 on the outside are a little bit too wide. So the 2 on the inside fit best. So I got it. It's strong. I don't know if you can see that real well. I like the fact that they include a 3/4 inch basically socket that goes in your drill, so you can easily drill them out and just barely put enough pressure. And if you're wondering what I'm using, it's a Cobalt 24 volt impact, 1/2 inch impact. This thing does awesome. I do all my vehicles with it. I've used it on other things like the lift kit on my truck And now I'll probably carry it with us when we go RVing, so it's easy. I can put just a little bit of weight on it when I jack the RV up a little bit just to get some stability. All right, on the next 3. Now, if you're wondering how I'm installing the jack, I am not actually taking off the brackets. Yes, you could do that. You could take off the brackets. I'm choosing not to. What I'm gonna do is I'm taking one of these lag screws, I'm putting it in here, and I'm getting it ready. And I'm basically lining it up with the holes that I already cut. And I'm gonna go ahead and get one in, and believe it or not, one is strong enough to get it held up there. As you guys can see, these jacks look incredibly good. They went in great. They're heavy duty lag screws. They look good, they're really sturdy. Right here you can see I'm fighting along. There's sewer lines that go right along under that part of the frame, along with a gas line. So what I did is I jacked up the jack in front of the sewer line where I wanted it. I extended it to hold it in place because there's a propane line on the other side also. And I figured out which holes I could use without hitting that I-beam. So once I got them in, they were extremely close. On one side, I actually got into the eye part of the beam, but that's okay. It still went in really good using that impact that I have from Cobalt. So they went in really good. They crank up and don't hit the propane line, and they're spaced just far enough from everything so it doesn't interfere. It won't vibrate against that propane line. I left a little bit of room in there to be able to have a little bit of movement, maybe 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in there. Otherwise, this was the hardest one to install. It is a little offset from the other side, only because it's farther up. This shows all the jacks down, but as you can see, I don't have anything under them. I will be putting some blocks that I built up under them. That way it doesn't have to extend so far, and it will have solid ground. This was just for video purposes, just to show how they all were down. Even where that's parked in the grass without any support has extremely amount of difference in stabilization from the way it was before. You can see the offset there. The other ones are on the other side near the steps, not too far from that. It's kind of in the middle from where I had this side. So that's all I've got for y'all on this video. I hope this can help some people out and some concerns on when they have things in the way to put new jacks in. Also in being able to install them. The bits, there's a bit that also comes with each set. So I had 2 bits because I got 2 sets. The first bit actually ended up breaking on me about halfway through that first set. Luckily, the second bit in the second box was able to carry me through the first set and the second set, luckily. I hope this was beneficial. Coming up in another video, I'm going to end up installing new fender skirts because we had one fly off going down the road coming back from our first RV trip. And I've got some homemade RV stabilization, keep the trailer from also rocking. So stay tuned, look forward, subscribe guys, hit a thumbs up, tell me what jacks you use and why you did it, and maybe we can share some insight for different things. Hope to see you guys in upcoming videos or maybe over the road somewhere. See you in the next video.